Hi, my name's Professor Silver, and you're watching Pokemon Explained, where we focus on the narrative arcs of all our favorite characters from the Pokemon anime. In today's class, we'll break down the complete history of Ash's Glalie, detailing all its battles, storylines, and character development. Glalie debuted as a mischievous Snorunt in Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snorunt. Before meeting Ash, Snorunt hung around the Isavie Island Pokemon Center where it palled around with Nurse Joy and played tricks on unsuspecting trainers. Though Snorunt stole Ash's badges, Nurse Joy claimed Snorunt was just having some harmless fun. Understandably angry, Ash cornered Snorunt and demanded it return his badges. Wanting to keep playing, Snorunt returned the stone badge but escaped with the rest after confusing the gang with Double Team. Ash pursued Snorunt to the kitchen, where they took a brief break from their chase to protect the center from Team Rocket. Despite their temporary alliance, Snorunt tricked Ash, froze him with Icy Wind, and escaped through the window. Snorunt led Ash through the snow, taunted him near a steep cliff, and fell when the ice broke beneath its feet. Even though Snorunt had caused him immense trouble, Ash jumped to its rescue, assured it everything would be alright, and nearly broke his back against a boulder while cushioning their fall. After Ash passed out, Snorunt protected him from a raging blizzard within its igloo, fed him apples, stole his hat, and alerted Nurse Joy of his location. Just as Snorunt was about to return Ash's badges, Team Rocket arrived to steal both it and Pikachu. Snorunt broke free from its cage with Icy Wind and tried to free Pikachu, but had its Icy Wind countered by Wobbuffet. Not one to give up, Snorunt teamed with Ash to freeze Team Rocket's hot air balloon, rescue Pikachu, and freeze Cacnea and Seviper. With Team Rocket defeated, Snorunt asked to join Ash's team on the condition that he first beat it in combat. Snorunt dodged Iron Tail with Double Team and struck with Headbutt, but got knocked off balance by an Iron Tail to the ground. After Pikachu knocked it out with Quick Attack and Thunder, Ash captured Snorunt within his Pokeball, returned to the Pokemon Center, and introduced Snorunt to the gang's other Pokemon. Snorunt was delighted to make new friends, but still froze Corphish, proving it had no desire to change its trickster ways. Though Snorunt loved to trouble Ash by releasing itself from its Pokeball and freezing him solid, it proved it had a pure heart by producing ice packs for an injured Ralts and guarding Max as he rushed Ralts to a nearby Pokecenter. In the Grade 8 Fate, Snorunt made its gym debut alongside Pikachu in a double battle against a Sealeo and Seaking owned by Water-type specialist Juan. Seaking used Horn Drill to counter Pikachu's Thunderbolt and redirect it back at Snorunt. Snorunt took even more damage after Seaking redirected Pikachu's Thunder. Sealeo followed up with Blizzard, but the attack had little effect on Snorunt, who froze it solid with Icy Wind. After Sealeo and Seaking broke apart the newly formed iceberg, Snorunt and Pikachu used its falling fragments to close in on their opponents. Unfortunately, while attempting Headbutt, Snorunt got knocked out by Seaking's Hyper Beam. Despite Snorunt's loss, Ash beat Juan, earned the Rain Badge, and qualified himself for the Hoenn League. In Date Expectations, Snorunt used Ice Beam for the first time, but had little control over the attack. While the series shifted focus to May's contest ambitions, Ash spent 7 episodes training Snorunt to master Ice Beam. Wanting Snorunt to reach its full potential, Ash trained it while May competed in the Pacifidlog contest during Mean with Envy and Pacifidlog Jam, while May made Pokeblock and Very Very Interesting after eating a hearty meal in Les's Morrison, while May readied herself for the Grand Festival in Hi-Ho Silverwind, and while May prepared for her double battle with Harley in Deceit and Assist. Though Snorunt's training resulted in frequent freezings, potential hyperthermia, mass chaos, and frozen behinds, Ash refused to give up on it. In Rhapsody and Drew, the eventual winner of the Grand Festival, a man named Robert, helped Ash and Snorunt realize their goal by instructing Snorunt to store its energy towards the tip of its head. After absorbing a Pin Missile and Psybeam meant for Pikachu, Snorunt evolved into Glalie and blasted off Team Rocket, having finally mastered Ice Beam. Following its evolution, Glalie helped repair a crashed airplane, froze Team Rocket solid so Ash could rescue the Flame of Moltres, and trained for the Hoenn League alongside Ash's other Pokemon. During the last battle of the League's preliminaries, Glalie fought alongside Grovyle against a Quilava and Charizard owned by a conductor named Clark. Things got off to a rocky start when Quilava countered Glalie's Headbutt with Flame Wheel and Charizard countered Grovyle's Pound with Heat Wave. Glalie fought back with Icy Wind, but did minimal damage to the fire types. When Charizard and Quilava next attacked, Grovyle dodged, but Glalie took a direct hit. After Glalie and Grovyle concentrated Headbutt and Pound on Quilava, Grovyle protected Glalie from Quilava's Quick Attack while Glalie countered Charizard's Heat Wave with Icy Wind. Using the explosion as cover, Grovyle knocked Quilava out with Pound. Their advantage didn't last long, as Charizard knocked out Grovyle with Steel Wing, leaving Glalie as Ash's last hope for victory. Glalie created Ice Pillars to block Flamethrower, so Charizard flew in close to strike with Steel Wing. Glalie tried to dodge with Double Team, but ended up getting bounced into the pillars instead. Rather than accept defeat, Glalie evolved into a pinball, bounced off the pillars to build momentum, and knocked out Charizard with a full power Headbutt. Glalie then battled Katie's Dugtrio in the first round of the Victory Tournament. After Dugtrio dug underground, Glalie forced it to the surface with Headbutt and defeated it with Ice Beam. Glalie then battled Katie's Misdreavous, who intentionally tanked Ice Beam and Headbutt so that it could force a double knockout with Destiny Bond. During Ash's battle with Morrison, Glalie fought against Metang, with both Pokemon being all that remained in their trainer's arsenal. Metang took an early lead by overpowering Headbutt with Takedown, deflecting Ice Beam with Confusion, and attacking with a powerful Takedown. Though Metang countered Glalie's second Ice Beam with Confusion, Glalie used Icy Wind to reflect the beam back at Metang and put it on ice. Glalie followed up with Headbutt, tanked Meteor Mash, dodged a second Meteor Mash, and won by bashing Metang with a spinning Headbutt. Following its win against Morrison, Ash used Glalie as his first Pokemon against Tyson. As soon as Glalie and Sceptile's battle began, the two knocked each other out by firing Ice Beam and Solar Beam at each other. Even though Ash ultimately lost to Tyson, the fact that Tyson won the tournament shows the strength of both Glalie and its teammates. After returning to Paddletown, Ash introduced Glalie to Totodile and his other Pokemon at Oak's lab. For unknown reasons, Ash left both Glalie and Torkoal with Professor Oak while he traveled through the battle frontier. Though Glalie trained with Ash for the Sinnoh League, it didn't battle in the tournament itself. Ash intended to use Glalie, Torterra, and Infernape against Conway, but pivoted strategy and chose Noctowl, Gible, and Donphan instead. Since the Sinnoh League's conclusion, Glalie has remained at Oak's lab and only appeared in a single cameo at the end of Black and White. We can assume Glalie keeps itself busy by pulling pranks on Ash's other Pokemon, freezing unsuspecting victims, and awaiting the day that Ash finally returns to it. Glalie won against James's Cacnea, Jesse's Seviper, Jesse's Dustox, Clark's Charizard, Katie's Dugtrio, and Morrison's Metang. As a Snorunt, it lost to Ash's Pikachu and Juan's Seaking. While Glalie itself never lost a single battle, it tied against Katie's Misdreavous and Tyson's Sceptile. Over the course of the series, Glalie used Icy Wind, Ice Beam, Double Team, and Headbutt. Though Glalie's time on the series was limited, its all-star performance during the Hoenn League signified the benefit of Ash not using reserves during a regional league. Had Ash used Charizard, Bulbasaur, or Heracross during the competition, Glalie never would have shined as brightly or appeared in so many epic battles. While I'm not holding my breath for Glalie's Mega Evolution, it wouldn't surprise me to see it return in a future Pokemon League or cameo at Oak's lab, Freezing Corphish. And with that, class is adjourned. I'll be back next week to cover a different character from the anime. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you're never late to class. And for extra credit, like this video and let me know your thoughts on Ash's Glalie. Until next time, catch you later.